Hello, wonderful you. Susanna Mittermeier here. Ah, wow. What else is possible? Holy moly, what times we're living in, huh? It's interesting. So welcome to this Facebook Live. And the title I used for this Facebook Live was and is Don't Go Crazy, Be Crazy. So, in times like these, when things around you might seem crazy, or the world goes crazy, however we want to call it. Have you noticed that most people go into the point of view that they don't have choice right now? Have you noticed? So look at all the places, so right now with whatever's going on in the world, how many people do you know that have the point of view that they don't have choice, that things are the way they are and someone else decides? Where in your life do you have the point of view that you don't have choice and that someone else decides? Okay, so what occurs when you decide that you don't have choice? What is your reaction to that? When someone says nothing else is possible, you have to do, someone else decides your life for you, what is your reaction to that? And I'm sure you know the answer to that. I'm sure you have had that many times. And, I'm just referring, for example, remember when you were a teenager and people told you, you can't do this. What was your response? Did you say, oh my God, I can't? Or did you say, you know what? Nobody gets to tell me what I cannot do or do. I'm the boss of my life. I'm going to choose. So I want to remind you, especially in these times, of the gift of choice. Okay, so everywhere you are pretending and have decided that you do not have choice and that someone else indeed gets to decide over you, will you destroy and uncreate all that, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, beyond. So this is, most of you know it. It's the Access Consciousness Clearing Statement. I'm just going to use it without explaining it, because if you want explanation, no problem. Just go to theclearingstatement.com. So there you go. I posted it here for you. Theclearingstatement.com. So this is where you get the explanation of what I just said. And it's weird words. And the first time I heard it, I went, what? But, we're pragmatic here. We do what works. So this is a tool you can use to, when anything comes up, you can just say everything that is, I destroy and uncreate it. So if there's any point of view or any heaviness, you can dissipate and destroy everywhere you agreed and aligned and resisted and reacted to it that allows it to exist. That's how it works. So it's your choice to change it that allows that change, and that clearing statement facilitates it. It makes it easier. So again, what if you knew that you have choice always? For example, I've been talking to a bunch of people who in these times say, oh my God, I'm going crazy because I have my children at home for homeschooling. And and suddenly, I don't have time for me and all this stuff. So the people that I talked with, the parents, they had decided that they don't have choice. So what is that creating? Well, resistance, and we all know all the places where you have decided you don't have choice, somebody else decides over you, whether it's a family member, whether it's the whole, world situation, whether it's, a school situation, whatever it is in your life, where have you decided that someone else is in charge and not you? And is that really true? Okay, so all the lies you've bought that someone else is in charge and you don't have choice, and everywhere you've invented that, will you please now destroy and uncreated. Basically, let it all go. Yes? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. So what you want to remind yourself every situation, especially when you notice you have resistance, you're like, like this. You want to remind yourself that you do have choice, okay? And this is a gift we all have. It's like the choice is, okay, so what does it mean to have, I have choice? Your choice is, for example, what point of view do I want to have in this situation? How would I like to view the situation? Let me give you an example. Who of you has ever been in a relationship? Most of us, most of us have been in any kind of relationship. If not a partner, your parents, your children, just take any kind of, or work relationship, take any kind of relationship. Have you ever had an argument in those relationships? Probably, I'm sure none of us has a picture perfect relationship. Thank God, that would be so boring. So, and it doesn't even exist. It's this ideal, scenario where, oh my God, we never fight. We just love each other. And it's every time, it's always perfect. My boyfriend is sitting behind and he's just laughing. He's like, yeah, right. So, let's just forget about all this perfection stuff, because it's just a bunch of judgments. But you know what? Let's take an argument you've ever had with, a person you have been in some kind of relationship with. Do you know that very moment where you have a fixed point of view about that person having done something wrong? And you want to go off and you want to just tell them, this is wrong and you should have done that. And you just want to tell them or scream at them your point of view. Do you know that situation? Okay. So do you always also know that very moment when you can go down that direction of screaming and having your point of view, but you can also go the other direction. Maybe let's say the pragmatic direction of going, you know what, that's not going to work. I know this is just going to create more fight. I'm going to take the more pragmatic road, relax, drop my point of view and ask, hey, what if it doesn't matter? And what else is possible here? What can be created beyond this upset? So do you know that very moment, where this thing goes, no, you are right. You should fight now. Come on, scream, do it. And then the other one goes, no, relax. It's all good, and we all know that very moment where we know we have choice, so it's like this nanosecond of you do have choice. So I want you this is an invitation for you to acknowledge that there is this very moment where, this choice moment, this choice, this acknowledgement of choice kicks in and you're like, okay, I can go down the road of going crazy, or you can, go down the other road of, you know what if it doesn't matter? What if I can just relax and I don't have to be right? And so we have this, in every moment of our lives, we have this nanosecond where we know that we have choice. And I want to remind you guys of that. And it doesn't matter if you go that direction. You're not wrong for going down the crazy road and screaming and thinking you're right and, and fighting. You're not wrong for doing this, and you're not right for going down the pragmatic road and going, oh, what else is possible, and asking questions. There's no right choice and there's no wrong choice. There's just the acknowledgement of, in every moment of my life, I am in charge and I have choice to either go that direction and that direction. And it doesn't matter, because even if I go that direction of going crazy and screaming at my husband or wife or whatever and thinking I'm so right and you're so wrong, even if I'm going that direction, in the middle of that direction, when I notice I might take things a bit too far, I might be a bit dramatic rather than pragmatic, you can go, you know what, honey, I'm so sorry. I just totally blew up. I did drama queen deluxe. And I'm so sorry. How can I make up for the damage done? And you can change direction again. So you have choice in every moment. And even if you go down the crazy road, and even if you have let yourself go crazy, especially in these times, maybe you went on Google and you saw what's going on and what the world is deciding, and you go, oh, la la la, you go dramatic, which of course, why not? You can change direction again, because what occurs, what are you doing with yourself when you go self, how are you treating your body, and is this really creating change? Oops, I think my internet just said a short goodbye, but I'm here again. So it's like, what are you creating for you? If you're going down the upset road, how is this for your body? And does this really create change? So what if we ask together right now, what does it really take to create a world that works for us? And I know it's so easy to go into everything is horrible, and you let yourself go into the crazy mode and, have a point of view and be upset. And why not? That's not wrong. It's not wrong to be upset. It's just like maybe after an hour of being upset and being drained out of energy, you might notice, did that really change the world right now? Probably not. So what does it take to create a world that works for us? And here it comes. And this might be very foreign to you guys, or like what good is that? But I'm going to introduce it now. Oops. Okay, right now, I'm just going to read the comments here because I missed the comments. So right now, what if you perceive whatever, or you went on, online or whatever, and just like perceive the, whatever, however that is in your world. We all perceive different, it all plays out different in our worlds and our bodies. So just like get the sense of the, and that face, and notice what you're doing with it, So like the last time you were going online or reading something or hearing somebody talk about the world and everything that's occurring. Okay, so what did you choose to do with that? What was your reaction to it? Okay, so number one, whatever that was, what if it's not wrong? It is what it is, And if I'm going to tell you, if you go crazy about something, if you go into the crazy road, what if you enjoy it next time? What if you notice yourself going, oh my God, everything is horrible, it's terrible, and you're going crazy? What if you next time go, what did this crazy woman online say? Oh, enjoy it. What if you go, you know what, I'm going to do an Oscar-nominated upset. Nobody has ever seen this kind of upset. I'm going to go, So number one, if you find yourself going upset, enjoy it, Have a fun time being upset. Add humor, okay? Add humor. Everything doesn't allow that. Will you please destroy and uncreate it? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. Again, it's not wrong. Enjoy it, okay? And then noticing your perception of whatever's going on, and maybe this is a new concept for you, that you are actually aware. You're actually aware. You sense what's going on in the world, whether you read the news or not. You can be in the woods, relaxed, and you can still be aware of what's going on in the world. We're all connected. You cannot not be aware. So this is something you might want to explore and acknowledge more how aware you are. So everywhere you haven't acknowledged how aware you are, everywhere you're avoiding to know how aware you are, will you please destroy and uncreate it, please? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, meows. Your awareness is not a curse, it's a gift. And I'm going to give you a tool right now on how to have ease with that gift of awareness, where you no longer need to avoid it, but where you can celebrate it and use it as a resource, as a treasure box. Okay. So again, let's use the example of this world. I hope this is still... Nobody gets okay. Okay, just checking the internet because I'm in the countryside and I wasn't sure this is working. So yay, I'm back. As I said, countryside. What else is possible? I have to be patient with the internet. It's breaking up. Every time I say that, I'm not going to say it again because every time I say it, it breaks up. So notice what you know. Okay. So notice what you notice, and instead of trying to handle it, notice where you're trying to handle the situation. Notice where you're trying to... Okay, so what else is possible for the sweet Wi-Fi here? So instead of trying to handle it, expandle it. So instead of trying to handle it, expandle it. What does that mean? Notice when you're trying to handle your awareness, and you're trying to find a way of dealing with it. What else is possible? So instead of trying to deal with it, when you try to deal with it and handle it, you have to go inside of it. You have to go in and you have to fight it. So instead of going in and having to fight it, expand out beyond it. So right now, let's do it together. Take something that you're upset with or something that upsets you. And instead of trying to deal with it and fight it, perceive your body, and now occupy as much space as possible. So if this is the upset, go beyond it, okay? So don't go into it and trying to understand it or handle it or deal with it. Expand out beyond it. Okay, so this is something you can practice. From now on, whenever something upsets you, don't handle it, expand it. Don't go into it, but expand it, expand beyond it. So feel your body. And at the same time, how much space can I occupy? Ask yourself, how much space can I occupy to have total ease with this? And this is the trick. This is how you can... instead of going crazy, you are expanding beyond the crazy, where you see the new possibilities that you couldn't see before when you try to deal with it and handle it. Because if you try to handle it, you already have the point of view that this thing is bigger than you. If you expand beyond it, you acknowledge your power, your potency, and you get a different perspective. You see possibilities around it and how to deal with it, okay? And so what if you apply this? We can do it together now again, and then you can apply it in your practical situations, whatever that is, whether it's your children or a job situation or a financial situation or whatever it is. Okay. So again, take something you're upset with, someone or something. Notice where you go into, the fighting thing. And now expand out beyond it. Basically relax into what is, and then expand out beyond it. And us doing it together has it. And if you need help expanding out beyond it, you can say, this is an access consciousness tool. Brilliant. You can say interesting to the thing you're upset about. You say, interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Interesting point of view, I have this point of view. Okay, and you say this over and over again until you realize, wow, there is a different perspective possible beyond it, And it's like, if you look at something that you can take as an example could be the woods, the nature, ocean, nature, or something. It's like, have you ever seen a tree going to be this, or talking to the neighbor tree, excuse me, you're like taking away the shade, you're like blocking my sunlight here, like, have you ever seen nature stress out? No, they're relaxed, and from that relaxation they are always ready for the future. They're fit for the future. So if you really want to be ready for the future, even if we don't have facts on how it will be, the only way you're going to be ready for the future is by relax and then ask, hey, what is required? What is required now to create a future beyond my wildest dreams? So notice that when I say that, how many of you have already decided, hello, the future is going to be worse than the past, So how many projections do you have on the future? Hello. So how many projections do you have on the future being worse than the past? So is that true? Is it really that the future is going to be worse, or is this something that people say? And what do you know? So all the projections you have of the future that keep you from creating and actualizing a future greater than you can imagine, will you destroy and create a place times a godzillion? Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all nine shorts, boys, and beyonds. So what can you choose today and be today? What relaxation can you choose today to start being ready for the future, however it looks like? And this is a totally different way of functioning in the world. Rather than trying to handle something or fix something, what space can I be beyond it, where you're always seeing possibilities that probably other people don't because they're so busy handling the problem, So this is a different paradigm. And I'm just going to read a little bit of the comments. So thank you, Susanna. We always have a nanosecond of choice that changes everything. Definitely. Thanks for this great inspiration you are. And I love your craziness, an invitation for myself to have fun with pragmatic and the choice behind dramatic. Yeah. I'm going to expand it a lot more. Yeah. Absolutely. So, and this is something that I'm not sure if, actually, honestly, I'm not sure if this is a conversation many people can hear right now, because so many people are so busy making problems real and trying to handle the problem and focusing on the problem and having decided how things are without asking questions. So I'm not sure if this is a conversation many people can hear yet, but maybe some of you, this is an inspiration where you can remind yourself of who you truly are, and ask yourself, okay, what is my reality? Because we've been told a lot, our whole lives we've been told how things are and how things are not, and what is right and what is wrong, and what we should do and what we shouldn't do. Most of us haven't been practicing asking ourselves, what do I know? And listening to ourselves and trusting our own awareness. Most of us have been trained to, somebody else knows better than me. I have to go and get the answer from somewhere else. So this is maybe a new conversation for most people, where you build up the trust of, here, ask yourself, I know what I know. And this is more important now than ever before. So what if it's time to empower ourselves to know that we know? And the tool that I adore, and it helps me a lot, and that I've been using for years now, also from Access Consciousness, is what's light is right, what's true is a lie. So this is something that you can add to your GPS, your navigation system through this world, through every practical daily situation, where you can, whenever you hear something and it contracts your world, it's heavy, you go, is this really what's going on, or is this actually a lie? When something goes, and it relaxes you, okay, so that's probably an awareness that's probably something that's true for you. And this is how you can navigate to find out more, what do I know, what's true for me? So when somebody presents a point of view and it contracts you, you probably say, okay, is this really true for me? No. Okay, is this what's true for me here? You can ask yourself. And this is how we can empower ourselves, and actually, rather than going crazy, being crazy, and when you're happy in times like these, you probably are considered crazy. You probably are considered crazy, but what if that is a compliment? What if, being called crazy and different is no longer something you shy away from and go, oh my God, it's horrible, people judge me. What if you go, yay, thanks for seeing that. Thank you for getting that I'm different and weird and crazy. And not in a crazy, like, oh my God, I'm crazy, I'm going to prove how crazy I am. I mean, crazy in a way where you're willing to be different, where you're willing to see things, see possibilities and spaces and that other people are not willing to see, where other people are busy being dramatic, where you could be willing to be pragmatic and see possibilities and spaces that are obvious to you. And maybe you see this in your daily life. Like a simple example would be, you drive down to a place and where you look for a parking space, and you see a parking space that other drivers before you didn't see. That's you seeing possibilities. Why did they not see the parking space? Because they decided that there is no parking space, because they decided it's hard to find a parking space. Your point of view creates your reality. But if you are the only driver going, hey, I wonder what's possible, I wonder what ease is possible to find a parking space here, the first person who sees that possibilities when other people don't. Okay, and you can apply this magic in every situation. So when you have the point of view, nothing is possible, everything is horrible, guess what you will see? Impossibilities. If you ask, hey, I wonder what's possible here, what ease is possible here? Like, remember the excitement, the playfulness when you were a child. Apply that now in every situation. Ask, I wonder what else is possible in this crazy world, in this crazy situation. What is possible to create and actualize money? What's possible to create ease with my family and relationship? What's possible to create ease with my body when other people say it's not possible? Hey, universe, show me. And then be willing to receive those possibilities. Okay. So that is my invitation to, rather than going crazy, be the crazy, be the weird person that sees possibilities, that doesn't settle for what other people say, but that knows. So my invitation to you, I hope this was a contribution. Maybe you want to listen again. Maybe you want to share it. By the way, there's a new book, that I just published, got out with Gary Douglas, called Advanced Pragmatic Psychology. It's a happy book. It's the second pragmatic psychology book. The first one is called Pragmatic Psychology. Oops, this is like mirror reverse. So, and the second one is this one. I have 4 books out. First one is Pragmatic Psychology. Second one was a children's book, Who is Henry? Third one is called Fairy Tale Family. It's going beyond the insanity of family and giving you tools to have ease with your family. It's called Fairy Tale Family. And this is my 4th book, together with Gary Douglas, Advanced Pragmatic Psychology. It just came out last week or something. And it's filled with practical tools navigating this time. And it's called also, the subtitle, which we didn't put on the cover, it's Creating a Life on Planet Earth Beyond Trauma, Drama, Upset, and Intrigue. Perfect for these times. And if you want to know more, it's on advancedpragmaticpsychology.com. You can get the info. And if you want to have more information about pragmatic psychology and inspirational videos, you can go to YouTube, and you can go to susannamittermeier.com. And, I have a lot of German classes, but I also have English and other English classes that are translated in other languages. There is an intro class coming up, and a 1-day class about how can I create ease for me, but also for the people I work with, my clients. How can I use these tools to work with clients in a different way, pragmatically? And whether your clients are, whatever your students or your patients, or however you work as a practitioner, this is really how can I facilitate change for me and the people I work with. There's a 1-day class and a 3-day class. You can check it out. So I hope this was a contribution to you guys. And hey, let's not be down by these times. Use these times, when the world tells us it's not possible. What are we going to do? Now we're going to check out what's possible, especially now, When somebody tells you times are hard, it's not going to be possible, your response could be, not here. Now, more than ever before, let's embrace the ease, joy, and glory we truly are, creating a world and a sustainable future for us and our planet that works for us. Okay? And each and every one of us is part of this. And even if you sit back and go, no, not me, I don't have an education, that's not the point. You don't need a title, you don't need an education. You just need you and your choice to create a future. And you don't need to be loud. You don't need to scream. You don't need to talk about it. It's just a choice for you to be it and unleash you. And everything that doesn't allow that, will you please destroy and uncreate it. Right, wrong, good, bad, pot, pock, all 9 shorts, boys, and beyond. So sweet kisses. Thank you for you. Let's rock. Ciao. Bye.